Well, hello everyone. This is Ron, and I'm back with you for part two of our best buys at Southwest Gold and Silver, our recent visit, going over our purchases and what we found. And perhaps if you ever visit Fort Worth, you can go there too and make your own discoveries. Southwest Gold and Silver is located on Camp Bowie in Fort Worth, Texas. They're located at 5124 Camp Bowie. And let me just flash this card up here of the owner, Guy. You can see that card. Hopefully it'll be in focus. And there's the address. Focus, focus. There it is. Yeah, give them a call. If you're ever in town, I'm sure they'll be happy for you to come by and visit with them. We had great conversations while I was there. I probably was there about 45 minutes, maybe just less than an hour, going through the inventory, trying to figure out what I wanted to buy. I had fully intended, if you had seen the previous episode, to buy only generic silver. Can we say that I failed at that? I did buy some generic silver, but I also bought some other things, some constitutional, and I bought a slab coin and some other coins. You know me, I'm a coin collector first and perhaps a silver stacker second. But in any case, I did enjoy my time there talking with Zach. Zach was the one that worked with me this time. I've been there probably 4 or 5 times. I've spoken and dealt with David. I spoke with Guy, the owner, and Guy's always there helping in the background. And then, of course, Zach helped me this time. But get a chance, go out there, and perhaps Miss Empire can put the picture of their store I took outside. Maybe she's showing it right now. You can see their store. And if you're not looking for it, you'll zip right by it. So make sure that you know the address. Give them a phone call before you're coming, and they'll give you some landmarks to look for their shop on Camp Bowie in Fort Worth, Texas. So I had fully intended to show all the bars of silver that I bought at Southwest. I failed to show one in the last episode, and I should have, because it too is a 10-ounce bar of silver, and I paid the same price for it that I did the stackable silver. So let me go ahead and change the camera. And what you're looking at right now is this jewel right here. It's a little more beefy. Can I say that? A little more beefy than the other two. You can see how thick it is compared to the stackables. Now the stackables are like that, and they have a hollowed indention right there. And we talked about these. Got a really good value on these, and I think I got a really good value on these as well. Sorry about the hand. If you saw the little marks on my hand, we got a new puppy, and he hasn't learned yet that you don't use the claws on daddy, right? And he's still doing that. But we'll break him at some point. Maybe that's not the right word. We'll get him educated on the right way to engage with others. But I am happy with this bar of silver here because it's such a beautiful take on silver. It's got that high silver finish. Will it focus? There it is. And you can see it's 0.999 fine. It's from Scottsdale, and it's 10 troy ounces. The only thing that would make this better, you kind of see the edge where they might have polished it up a bit. But the only thing that would have made this better, and that's hard to say this, but I do love the look of it, but I would have loved to have seen some of the pour lines or the waves in here, like some of the YouTubers that pour silver and their silver bars, how they come out very unique with the ripples showing up as that molten silver sloshes back and forth in the mold. But it's gorgeous, isn't it? So in these 30 ounces, I paid $25 per ounce. That's $750 for 30 ounces. And that represents a $1.61 premium over the spot price of silver. And I think I mentioned in the last episode, I'm doing this the day after I went and visited Southwest Gold and Silver. $23.39 is the spot price. I paid a premium of $1.61. Not bad, is it? I think that's excellent. I did pick up a few other items. And I'll show those to you. And we won't chat a long time about them simply because I'm trying to do these in very short video clips, but still make them interesting for you. I picked up another generic piece of silver, and I paid, I think, $3 over spot for this. And you'll recognize the motif here. Will it come into focus? There it is. Okay, so as I said, you might be familiar with this. This is the "Don't Tread on Me" motif and motto with the snake, the cold snake ready to strike. This has a lot of history in the United States and its American history. And you can go back to my previous episode before last, I think it was, where we talked extensively about this. But down here, you may not be able to read this too well. It is basically independent living. And I think what that is referencing to is the individual lives free or dies. In other words, it doesn't want anybody telling them what to do. They want to be able to live their lives as long as they're living within the social contract. That would be the legal system. As long as we're abiding by the law, that's what they're saying. We want to be independent, have independent living, and not being told what to do, when to do, and how to do it. Okay. So it's kind of interesting. It's a beautiful, I like this a little better than those that were on the silver bars, because this is kind of an embossed, it sticks out away from the surface of the coin. And it's got some, it looks almost like it's been engraved a bit. Just gorgeous. But it's a generic piece of silver. Over here, I'm barely able to talk. Over here is the Boston Tea Party, right? And so what you're seeing is something that is tipping the hat to the people who are in protest with the British government, taxation without representation, throwing the British tea over into the harbor as an act of protest. And eventually what follows from 1773 is the War of Independence and the establishment of the United States as a separate country. So very beautiful. And I paid probably about $26.32 for this or thereabouts. I do love this sort of thing. What do you guys think? I mean, when you go buy generic silver, do you buy something like bars like this? Can we get it to focus? Yeah. Or do you generally try to get something like this? Focus for me. There it is. So between the two, what would you rather have? I know this is 10 ounces and this is 1 ounce, but I would like something that speaks to me, not just a plain piece of silver. So that's the conundrum, isn't it? Do you buy the generic or do you buy something that is kind of a generic silver, but it has something with respect to our history on it? I'm probably always going to go, if I can afford to pay the premium, I'm probably always going to go with something like this, because this will have a premium over its normal spot price of silver when you sell it on eBay or some of the other online platforms. And I did pay like a $3 premium on this, which is okay with me. I think that's a great buy for this particular silver round. But between the two, I do love them all because Scottsdale makes a good product, and Academy made this beautiful early stackable silver, and of course, the generic silver. All right, friends, I think I've rambled on just a bit too much. We're going to call part 2 complete, and we'll get back to you in part 3 because I still have a few more things to share with you. So if you don't mind, stick with me. We'll get through the rest of my visit at Southwest Gold and Silver from yesterday. And maybe you'll like what's coming up as well. It's more generics, and then it is some constitutional. You take care of yourself, and please remember, if you're not out there looking, especially on Camp Bowie, you're not finding. Take care and all the best.